Okay, so recently I've been doing some research for my clients of showing them which Rightmove adverts work well and which don't, and the principles behind them so that you can really use this for your estate agency and essentially maximize your ad spend and get the most return on investment by measuring things out to make sure you're making more money than you're spending. So I'm going to show you all in this video. I'm going to critique some ads, show you which ones work well, which ones don't work as well, show you why, and then I'm going to move over to a whiteboard, which I have here below me, and it's going to essentially show you the different principles behind it and how you can apply it to your business so you can really take the brakes off your business and just see great results. So here you can see this advert here. I think this advert's actually okay. It's just missing a really crucial element. It's great to have like a testimonial or a case study to build trust and show that other people have done business with you and it's gone well. Social proof is very powerful. However, there is no call to action on this advert. This bit that's been blurred out here is a phone number and an email address. So a Rightmove ad that changes every 5 seconds, having something that says, hey, you should type this into your phone or you should write down this email address, it's not going to be done in a quick enough time. People are going to change across to the next ad in 5 seconds. And if they got distracted by your ad that easily, they're going to get distracted by the next one that easily as well. So what you want to have is a call to action that looks like a button in a very contrasting color to the background of your advert, and you want to give them a good enough reason to click it. So here they have a testimonial, that's great, and then have something that says, so click here to see what properties we have for sale, if that's what you want, or click here to book in a valuation, if that's what you want. 2 really easy things, and you'll see a slight increase in your click-through rate when you do that, but it will be slight enough that it will actually make quite a difference in your business as long as you do the next things that I'll talk about when I show you the whiteboard. This ad as well here, this ad was very difficult to censor because of the stuff in the back, so I left the name on, and really I'm saying nice things about this ad, so it's okay anyway. These people are Houseman and Holmes. So this one here says, choose your multi-award winning agent. Now, great to see an agency's winning an award, but really that matters a lot to the agency. It doesn't really matter that much to the customer. It's like, you've won an award, so what are you going to do for me? So there has to be some kind of benefit in this for the customer. It's like, we've won an award, that's a we statement, that's something about why we're great. And customers don't care about that. Customers care about, or clients I should say, or vendors or landlords, they care about what you can do for them. Can you sell their house for more than they're going to be able to sell it for on their own? Can you make sure their property isn't empty and that they've always got a tenant in their best interest? Can you look after them in terms of the service you provide? And this advert doesn't necessarily say that, although it might do in a very roundabout way. We win awards because we give good service. That would work. But again, you want to have a call to action here. So there's no need to have this little text that no one's going to read. It's a lot of text for an advert no one's really going to click, because most people ignore banner ads anyway. But you really want to have a call to action here anyway. You want it to have something that says, like the previous one, a button that just says, so click here because. Everyone's always thinking, what's in it for me? So you've got to tell people what is in it for them. This advert I think is really good. This advert here, maybe the image is a bit dated, but the fact that it says it's just sell with a strong agent, which is telling you why, then click here today to find more. Simple, straight to the point. You've only got a couple of seconds and you're telling them what you should do. That's exactly as any good ad should be. Maybe you could use colours that contrast more with the Rightmove colour scheme so that really it stands out a bit more. And you don't need the word here that says, cool or, and I'd probably not underline click and just change it to something that was bold. But really, again, you want to test and measure these things because it's all very objective. You don't want people's opinions trying to tell you what to do with your advertising. You want to measure everything so that way you can make sure what you're doing works well. This one here, again, same problem as the previous ones. Having a phone number there that you're not tracking, that can be a really big problem. If you've got a phone number like that there, and it's the same phone number that you have on your website and the same phone number that you have in Google, how do you know that someone's got in contact with you through that specific marketing channel? You don't. And if you ask them, they're probably going to lie to you because people don't really care where they found you. So if you're looking to measure it, which you absolutely should be, because then you can work out, okay, I spent this much on marketing in this specific channel and it may be this much back, you'll know exactly which marketing channels you should be doubling down on. So really having a tracking number is key here. And if you had a tracking number on this, you'd probably see that no one was ringing it anyway, and that really Rightmove ads aren't actually that cost effective for getting people to phone you. Really SEO is what you want to do for that. But again, I'll get onto that on the whiteboard. But then people, when they come onto the site, so many people are missing what's called a Facebook pixel. Now you can Google this, you can Google how to install Facebook pixel. It allows Facebook to work out who the people who come to your site are, who they are on Facebook. A lot of people will still install a Facebook pixel, but they're not put a strategy behind it to really, drive more traffic in. So the strategy you want to do is essentially work out what intent people have shown by the different pages they've come to. So if someone's come to the page, like let's say, they come to /landlords, chances are they're a landlord. So you want to then have a retargeting campaign that shows them case studies and testimonials of why you're great for landlords, and then have a call to action. Hey, get in contact with us. Something like that would be a really effective campaign. Barely anyone's doing that, and I know that it will basically work so well for any estate agency because it works well for my clients. So then the next one here as well shows the same kind of thing, where this business here specifically, we saw they were using Google Ads, right? So this Google ad was actually sending people straight to their homepage. You can see this here, www.net, right? So that is an absolutely huge error. That's an own goal. If you're going to be sending traffic that you're paying for and you're sending it directly to your homepage, have a think about it. So someone, this term here, right? Flats to rent Belsize Park. They've come here. Now what? What did you want them to do? They're just going to think this hasn't solved the problem that I had. I'm not going to continue this website and back out. And you've been charged for the pleasure. So really, if you're going to send paid traffic to people, use paid traffic to send people to your site, you want to make sure they're coming to the right area, which in this case would be a landing page with no other options. So no thing like this, no options to see these pages, nothing to log in, nothing about for sale to let. What have they asked for? Show it to them, and then say, all right, now get in contact with us, or put your info in here for your free guide. Anything to basically make it so the next time you contact them, you get them for free. It's about having the next step of your funnel. So I'm going to now go into the whiteboard, as you can see here. So I'm going to just show you basically a overview of a campaign of what people can do that works really well. So if someone was to, I'll show you what most people are doing there with that Rightmove ad, right? So they put here Rightmove. They have their ad on Rightmove, and they usually ever send it to a Rightmove page, or they send it to their home page usually. Now, sending it to a Rightmove page is okay. It's kind of an intermediate option. If you're going to send someone to a Rightmove page, at least you can track whether they get in contact with you, because Rightmove do give tracking numbers. So that's okay. And they're still going to stay on the website. They're going to feel like they're still there looking what they're looking for. You can get results with it, but it's not as effective as sending someone to a landing page that you have put a Facebook pixel on so you can retarget people. The issue with sending someone to your homepage is it gives them too much choice of what to do. So if you've paid money here, which you have for the advert, this has cost money, and then you're sending people here, it's basically like having a hole in your bucket. They're just going to leave. They're going to go from your homepage and then get overwhelmed with all the options they have because they haven't come organically. They've come clicking an advert, and then from there it's just a waste of time, really. So you want to make sure that the page you actually send them to, I want to change colour for this, so we'll do it in a pink. Someone comes from Rightmove, you want them to instead come to a landing page that allows you to have a pixel on it. On that landing page, you want them to then either get in contact or give details. That's it. That's all you want at this stage, because you're trying to take them through a process. You're not asking them to sell the house right now, right away. You're asking them to get in contact, to book an evaluation, to go through the correct process to make sure they're actually getting what they need. So that's really what you want to do with the Rightmove stuff. It's a lot of people make the mistake of just sending it straight to their homepage on this one. That is a no-no. You don't want to send people straight to your homepage. The only time you want them going to your homepage is if they found you organically through Google. Otherwise, you want them specific things that say about what they've asked to go for. Okay, so the next campaign is regarding where people come to your site and the different actions they take. So let's say you've got your website here, right? So this is your website. This is the banner at the top. And it's got a bunch of words here. It's got a phone number here. It's got your logo here. And it says like, oh yeah, buying or selling there, right? So that's your site page. Someone's come to this. Now, a lot of people install the Facebook pixel on. That is a great first step, but that's not enough. There needs to be strategy behind it. Just having the mechanics there won't actually get you the results you want. So let's say someone comes from here and they come to pages that show they are a seller, right? If someone's come to a page that says looking to sell, chances are they're a seller. If they then come to that page without going to the next page, which is the contact us form, they have not got in contact with us, right? So if they've come as far as this point here, we then want an advertising campaign that gets in front of them on Facebook and Instagram, so FB/IG, that shows them case studies or testimonials or anything else that you think is valuable to them, anything else that says, hey, this is why it's in your interests to contact us. And then from there, you want to have a call to action of contact us. Really simple stuff, right? It's a really easy campaign to do. These here, they can be videos, that's really effective. It can be pictures. It doesn't really matter as much, but I suggest you test it because you can measure every single penny that you have here. So once you have a campaign like this up and running, it's very easy to get your organic traffic and turn it into more listings, more valuations through this way. The next thing you can do as well is you could just change this word seller here for like landlords. That works well as well. So anytime they come to a page that shows they're a landlord, you want to show them a separate campaign then that shows them case studies specifically for landlords or testimonials specifically from landlords that show them that it's worth getting in contact with you and why you're such a great business. It just builds trust, really. If you can say, hey, we're going to help you solve this problem through this way, and here's why we're such a great business, because we do this for our customers and our customers like us, and so you should get in contact with us, you're going to have a much higher success rate with that than necessarily, hey, we're number one, we're great, we've got high market share, here's our great thing about our business. It doesn't really work as well if it's all me. It has to work in terms of benefit statements for the vendor or the landlord. The next one as well is if you're running Google Ads. So the next campaign is if you are if you're looking to use Google Ads and you're trying to get people straight from a Google ad to your site. It's not as effective as SEO, but it can still work very well. So if someone's coming from a Google, that pen is too big, so let's make a pen smaller. If someone's coming from a Google ad, so Google ad, this has cost us money. And a lot of people, again, send them straight to the homepage. Huge error, you're basically just wasting money. What you want to do instead is send them to a page that looks a bit like this. So the page has no options to leave it other than clicking the X in the top corner, right? So that's just from their browser. But otherwise it says, the reason they came, so solve why they came. So come to see which properties we have for sale, show them what properties they have for sale. Then you can have something at the bottom here that says why you should get in contact, right? Or, give us your email for the free guide, or, give us your contact details to book in a free valuation. Anything that's your magnet to bring people into the business, you want to then have at the bottom there and have nothing else. Have no other ability to go into different parts of the site, because once you're paying for traffic, you need to make sure they're following an exact structure so that the next time you get in contact with them, it's free. You don't want to be paying every time you get in contact with someone. You don't need to. You want to qualify them as a buyer and then qualify them as a subscriber afterwards. So that here is qualifying as a buyer, as a subscriber. And then afterwards, when you do the valuation, that's when you're qualifying them as a buyer. So that's how you do it with Google Ads. But as I said, it's not as effective as running something through Google SEO. So I'll show you how you'd run an SEO campaign instead, and an SEO campaign can be really effective. From a SEO campaign, it's going to be a bit like this. So SEO. Someone has Googled a term. It's usually estate agent and then an area, right? That's usually the best term because they're not essentially looking for anyone by name. They don't know who they want. So they're going to find you by the fact that you are an estate agent in that area. And if they're not going to you, they're going to one of your competitors, which makes them even more valuable because it means that if they, they're basically going to your competition otherwise. So it's really important that we're in this conversation. So generally they'll go to, on Google, if I just do like a Google page, so imagine this is the Google search page. They'll go to the results 1, 2, 3. Those are the main ones they're going to go to, and they're going to phone these up. And we know because we track the numbers for our clients and we see that they're phoning from these terms. So they're going to phone those up and literally just say, hey, I'm looking to book a valuation. Can someone come in and value my property? So this can literally be, you send the traffic to, / offices or whatever you have, or branches it can be, doesn't matter, / area name. So that's what the area you want to go for. So, I'll put .com / offices / area. And then on that site, you want to have your phone number, and that you want to be a tracking number, right? You want to have it a number where it's specific for this page. So if someone rings through it, you can work out exactly which leads come in through it, and you know exactly how much money you're making as a return of this campaign. So they've come in through that phone number. It's tracking. They can also come in through email. And then it also shows them details of where you are, right? That's all that page has to be. Really simple page of where you are. Because the point is, this solves the search query. If someone's searching a estate agent in the area, right, this here actually solves that. So Google's more willing to kind of give you higher rankings when it shows that you're the solution for that search query. So they come in, they'll ring this number up, and it's literally just the easiest lead at that point. It just takes some time to build up, but this is a really effective way of getting in front of people. And once again, you can have a pixel here and run the other campaign I talked about for retargeting alongside this. So that way, when someone's coming in through a organic campaign, you can get back in front of them with adverts and really maximize the amount of vendors that you bring into the business. So I've gone over quite a lot here. I hope you found it useful. It's kind of the first time I've done anything on the iPad screen here. You've got the screen that I'm drawing on. Oh, there, turned it around. And so thanks very much for watching. If you liked it, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. And I'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much.